In the initial 3 centuries of Christianity, an era infused with fervent devotion and dramatic conflicts, persecutions inflicted upon Christians varied significantly from Nero to Diocletian. The course of events oscillated between clemency and cruelty, an intricate play of power and repression. The skeptical Roman Empire, towards the emerging faith, underwent phases of intolerance and attempts to mitigate the growing adherence to music, Christianity. The year 33 marked the beginning of one of the darkest persecutions. Under the rule of Diocletian, during this period, churches were demolished, sacred books were set ablaze, and Christians who refused to sacrifice to the gods were deemed inferior, even to slaves. Nobles lost their titles, officials their ranks, functionaries their offices, and merchants their wealth. This persecution was not only moral but also material, with unfounded accusations of burning the imperial palace leading to brutal punishments such as drowning, beheadings, crucifixions, and torments. In this atmosphere of terror emerged the figure of Saint Marcel, a presbyter and head of the Roman Church. His pontificate began 4 years after the death of his predecessor, at a time when the Church bore the scars of infidelity and betrayal. Saint Marcel firmly imposed severe penances on the lapsi and showed no leniency towards the relapsa. His sternness, though sometimes contested, found justification in the struggle for dignity and faith. The devastated and fragmented Church found in him a guide during a period of vacancy. In the Apostolic See, his conduct was particularly stringent with those who formed a sort of laxist party, attempting to justify the actions of renegade Christians. His figure, channeling severity against the weak lapses, became a symbol of resistance and loyalty in a tumultuous era. Saint Marcel's unwavering leadership during the persecution, as a key figure in defending the Christian faith against lapses and relapses, imposed grave penances, aiming not only to preserve the purity of doctrine but also to strengthen the resilience of the community. His firmness was particularly intense when confronting those who had formed a laxist party. Saint Marcel did not hesitate to condemn and suppress this movement, attempting to somehow justify the abandonment of the Christian faith. In such music, critical times, with the death of Diocletian and the advent of Maxentius, there might have been a brief respite from persecution. However, the Roman Church, under the unwavering guidance of Saint Marcel, faced new challenges in an atmosphere of growing suspicion. Emperor Maxentius decided to remove the pontiff or head presbyter of the Roman Church. Saint Marcel, uprooted from his role as spiritual leader, continued to defend the faith and the community, marking a significant phase of his life characterized by sacrifices and dedication. Legends surrounding Saint Marcel contribute to painting a vivid portrait of his dedication. It is said that in exile, he celebrated Christian rites in the house converted by Novella, a generous matron. The house, later transformed into a stable for imperial horses, symbolizes the fallen status of the Pope in exile, beaten with rods and condemned to serve as a stableman. His life in exile concluded with the peace that only death could bring. While legends may add romantic nuances, the figure of Saint Marcel remains an example of unconditional dedication and music resistance. Saint Marcel, though legends may blur his historical biography, remains a figure of profound significance in the history of the Church. His sternness towards lapses, resistance against persecution, and dedication to service in exile contributed to shaping his unique role. Today, Saint Marcel is revered as the patron saint of stablemen and protector of stables, a figure who, with ironic poetry, seems to have shown less severity towards beasts than towards relapses. His legacy continues to inspire resilience and strength in the face of adversity, marking a lasting chapter in the history of the Christian Church. I warmly invite you to subscribe to our channel to support us and enable us to continue creating new videos that share inspiring stories and experiences. Your subscription is a precious support that motivates us to share more valuable content and spread messages of hope, faith, and personal growth. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.